Okay. Freaking started the video and that fly was screwing around. I didn't get deep in it at all. It was like a minute. And it was just me blabbing about random crap. As usual, pamplemousse, grapefruit, and French, I think. Okay. Methadone versus Suboxone, okay? Both of these medications, the reason why I'm doing this is because both of these medications are used for the MAT program, for the maintenance assisted treatment. And yeah, I got some freaking opinions about both medications, but yeah, I'm just going to kind of blab about the topic. I don't freaking know. Yes, we all know, most of us know this isn't really about like, oh, Suboxone is buprenorphine and naloxone, and you put it under your tongue, and methadones are pills you pop, or the freaking pink liquid crap. Okay, here we go, I guess. So, I hate methadone. I hate it, and I think I'm going to get fired up in this video probably, but I think it's a terrible, wretched freaking drug. I do not understand why it's used in the MAT program. I think it was before Suboxone, so I understand like it was first, but I don't know why it hasn't been phased out completely. Completely. Methadone is a shit drug, okay? I got my beefs with Suboxone, but it does help. I just, wish that some doctors would kind of share some more information on it. But here's the thing. If you take Suboxone for a long time, you're going to have and you want to get off of it, you're going to have your acute stuff that isn't that bad compared to a lot of opiates. It sucks. It's not fun, okay? And you're going to have a really, really long post-acute withdrawals. That's just what it is if you've been taking a long time. Methadone, yeah, you're going to have the long pause, and you're going to more than likely especially, I don't know how much, whatever you jump off of, but the acute's going to suck. It's going to suck more than Suboxone, dude. And it goes on a long time, or like the acute goes on a pretty long time. It drags out. It can be really intense, okay? If you jump off on a high dose, and then you're going to have the long pause too. Here's the thing too. With methadone, and there's reasons for that. Obviously, you pay the piper, right? So why is that? Why does methadone get you harder than Suboxone? Well, it's because of this. Is because you can get quite a bit higher on methadone than Suboxone. Suboxone has a cap, okay? I feel like most people that are really in the game and stuff, I feel like a lot of us put it at about 16 milligrams or so. Maybe 12. I don't know. Sometimes, dude, I was talking to a guy a few nights ago, sorry, he was like thinking like, dude, it's like 8. Which I kind of get, dude. But a lot of people, dude, like I was prescribed 32 milligrams of freaking Suboxone from the get-go, both times I was in the program. And it's amazing how fast you can go down to like 16, 12, once you get lower, you get, the crunch time. The red zone is what I like to call it. It's freaking red zone. Anyway, we're in the red zone very much last week. Anyway, okay. But, then it gets difficult. But a lot of people are very surprised at how, like, wow, I can just like, I'm taking 24 milligrams. I just started taking 16 and I'm actually doing okay and whatever. Anyway, but there's a cap. You can get high on Suboxone. Absolutely. You can get high on Suboxone. I've done it. Other people do it different ways. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to tell you what I did. I would purposely go lower sometimes, like lower than I'm prescribed. And I just it's so amazing what you do as an addict. I would feel like crap for how many days just so I could have a few days of getting high. And then what's weird though with Suboxone, at least with me, say I was down taking a 2 milligrams or 1.5 milligrams, then all of a sudden I took an 8 milligram strip, and if I did that a few days in a row, it was like within a few days, like I couldn't get that feeling anymore. You just like become, and you can get high, but you can't get, like, I've never gotten gacked out from frickin' Suboxone. I've taken tons of that stuff, and like, yeah, you get, I don't, and a lot of people say that, and it does, it just, there's a cap to it. Well, with methadone, dude, you can get freaking gacked out high as a kite. High as a freaking kite. And it's got a super long half-life. That's why the post-acute withdrawals suck. Just like Suboxone, super long half-life. But with methadone, you can get high as F on that stuff, okay? It is utterly ridiculous. I think Methadone's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke that it's in the MAT program. Now, yeah, if you got to have methadone and it's keeping you off heroin, keeping you off the streets, fair enough, you know, that's your life. But I'm going to speak for me right now. I think it's bullcrap, and I think that, I don't know how, you're not clean, in my opinion. You're not, and I'm sorry. You don't come here to, I don't want people to feel like they're judged when they come here. I'm just saying with me, I understand each situation. I'm speaking broadly. I understand that there are situations. I would recommend getting on Suboxone, though. Getting off methadone. Suboxone sucks to get off of, okay? But so does methadone. Methadone sucks to get off of, okay? They both suck, but methadone, dude, and the thing is, you can be more honest on Suboxone, in my opinion. It's easy. It's a little easier to taper, too. It's easier to taper, in my opinion. But with methadone, you're just playing that game, dude. You're playing that, dang it, sorry, another little fly. You're playing that game, and you can get high, and I just know, I know a lot of people that get on the MAP program, they take methadone, and they're just high as hell. They're a lot different than the Suboxone people. A lot of the Suboxone people are much more functioning. Not all of them, that's for sure. But I see a lot more lives actually changed on Suboxone than methadone. Okay, I'll tell, dude, one time I was freaking, okay, so this was years ago when I was taking a bunch of methadone, okay, and never got it in a MAP program or anything like that. I always bought it off the street. Yeah, that's the thing, that was something I'd buy on the street and get freaking high on. I wouldn't ever buy Suboxone. I mean, in fact, I never bought Suboxone on the street, actually. The pills were just so abundant, I didn't have to, I guess, but anyway, so one time, dude, because I have, I talk about my main times getting off pills, but I have all these little frickin' morsel stories of just frickin' stupidity. And maybe I should make a video of that, just like every time. Well, I'd have to really think. But anyway, so I was taking a bunch of methadone, and I was like, I'm tired of this stuff. I mean, that's how I was. I just like, all up and, you know what, I'm not going to take this anymore. And I stopped taking it just abruptly, and I was on I didn't taper or anything. And dude, this is no joke. So I lasted 3 days, okay? I lasted 3 days without taking methadone. I worked every single day with the public, worked every single day, and dude, people are like, God, you're sick, you're sweating. I mean, it was hell. It was hell. Well, anyway, I did not sleep 1 minute for 3 nights in a row, okay? 3 nights in a row, and then I had it, and I went and got a bunch of morphine. So, and then I was able to go back to the morphine. But that's how terrible it was. That's how frickin', and that's the thing, it was completely cold turkey. A lot of people are like, cold turkey, and then they're like, taking this and this, it's fun. No, like, I'm talking real cold turkey, like nothing, no sleeping medication, nothing. I was so young, I didn't even I had nothing, I had connections with, I didn't know what a benzo was at that time. I wasn't even on benzos at all. I wasn't addicted to them or dependent on them or anything. It's terrible. Methadone is freaking terrible, dude. And I talk to people that are getting off of it, and they're in freaking hell, and a lot of them have vanished, and I don't know where they are now, and whatever. And I get it. I totally freaking get it, dude. It's a beast to freaking get off of. And then when I got off methadone, and that's all I could get, dude. I took the kratom and stuff, and I still was feeling like pause and stuff from that methadone, even on the kratom. It's no joke. But I would say, dude, and one other thing too, if you're taking methadone and you move from methadone to Suboxone, be careful, because I did that, okay? And I went into withdrawals, and I waited I was not feeling great, and I took the Suboxone, and I went into, is it precipitated? Is that what, I don't know. I'm not good at saying a lot of words, and I know I don't say things right sometimes, whatever. But it sucks. Obviously, it was just withdrawal. It was intense. I don't know. Some people are like, oh God, I don't know. It was intense. It's just typical withdrawal. I don't know. I've gone through morphine withdrawal and stuff. It all sucks, but watch out with that. But I would suggest, dude, I really would, dude. I would suggest getting the hell off methadone if you can and finding a Suboxone doctor. The pause are going to be the pause are going to suck on both of them. But at least you're living more honest. I know I was kind of going on a rant. Dude, I just don't, and this is just saying, from my experience, from what I experienced with methadone, and I do know people that unless you're tapering on your methadone, this is not to you. And and if it's really keeping you off the street and that's all you can get and whatever, I'm not speaking to you. I'm just speaking in general. To me, from what I experience, I just don't have respect. Like when you say you're clean, I just have no respect. No respect. Because I know what it feels like to take a methadone pill. If I took one 10 milligram methadone pill, I'd freaking feel great right now. But not really though. I'd be depressed and I'd have anxiety because I knew the failure that I did and just how terrible of a decision that is. But you get what I'm saying. The flesh, okay? If I wanted it in my heart, dude, I'd be like, oh, this is great. One 10 milligram pill, because I'm straight. I'm 17 months off of all opiates. Then you get a real sense of how freaking high you can get. Dude, there's people that are prescribed 140 milligrams, 70 milligrams, 80 milligrams. Dude, you're getting freaking, you're gacked, dude. My wife works in the medical field, dude, and there's people all the time in there that freaking, they're prescribed a bunch of methadone, and they're just like, you don't get like that with Suboxone. At least me, I never did. And I don't know people, I know some people use it some different ways, but anyway, I guess that's what I have to say. I don't know. I felt like, God dang it, I had more stuff to tell and maybe a couple of other experiences of mine, but Methadone versus Suboxone. Suboxone is not going to be as intense in the acute. It's going to be long pause. Methadone, a good chance is going to be crappy in the acute, and it's going to drag on, and then it's going to have the pause too. So do the math, okay? But the thing, the whole point is, you don't get as high on Suboxone, but that's a point. The payment, the higher you're going to get, the payment is the payment. If it feels better, the payment's going to be crappier, okay? That's really the moral of this too. But I hope you find this encouraging. I don't want you to find this judgmental. I'm just being straight up, and this is my opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. But I hate methadone, and I hate that it's even in the, like I would freaking go on a crusades to get methadone out of MAT. Absolutely. I would be game for that. I would be a voice for that, an advocate for that all day long, because I think it's shitty for this country, and it's shitty for people that are getting off street drugs. I think Suboxone should be the choice, okay? That's my opinion, okay? God bless all y'all, all right? Okay, I don't... Yeah, the pirate edition, no, okay. Oh, dude, I wonder, does anyone even hang around this long? I don't even know. Okay, God bless all y'all. V for victory, okay? God bless and salute, not in someone with... Yeah, anyway. God bless and salute.